Hello. Reality check. First gen doors are almost 60 years old. Repainted in the early 80s, these look pretty good from far, with the exception of this buried treasure, but they're far from good. But wait, there's more lurking. You also need to concern yourself with what you can't see. Today, we're dealing in reality and we're peeling off door skins to see what we're up against. Splitting seams is the easy part. Grind lightly and ease up on it. You'll see it separate. If you blast some metal music, it goes a lot quicker. Before we get to the big reveal, you have to drill out a couple spot welds to separate these brackets at the vent window. And over here at the back handle, there's an inner bracket attached to the outer door structure and a couple spot welds you got to break free. Right, Sadie? Yes. I'm going to measure the gap between the skin and the structure along this opening so that when I go to reinstall the skins, I'll match that factory opening. A couple tricky spots to watch out for. On the top edge of the door panel, the skin wraps around this part of the door structure. I peel off the skin from that edge so I don't deform the backing. Same thing with here. Alley-oop. What's it caught on? There we go. All right, skins are off. Ugliness revealed. See what's festering? Turn a blind eye to this reality? No way. How long before your expensive paint job starts to bubble? Rust has eaten away the bottom corners. Typical. I have some patchwork ahead of me, including these hacked out areas here, here, and here. Clearly somebody needed access at some point. I'm going to remove the hinge plates to properly clean, treat, and seal in behind them, including all these other brackets. Then re-weld everything back on. Here's a nugget. There was some confusion in the first gen forum I follow, whether a 67 had these glass guide stabilizers or not. Funny how so many said that they're only on a 68 or 69. At any rate, a lot of work ahead of me. It would probably be easier just to buy new doors. If you had to pay a shop to do all this work, it would definitely be cheaper. Not glamorous work by any stretch of the imagination. I've mechanically stripped the door structure, looking really good. A lot of sound, clean, bright, shiny metal. I've marked all the plug welds for the hinges. 4, so there's 8 on that one, 10 on that one. Yikes. Bracket, and bracket. For the amount of effort it takes to pop off a few spots, it'll make this work so much easier. I'm going to drill with a 1/8 inch bit through the bracket into the underlying structure so that I can cleco these things in place, know with confidence that they're going back in the right spot. So why bother? Clearly sound metal underneath, little rust sandwiched between isn't going to hurt anything. Don't necessarily disagree, but cleaning in and around those hinge plates is more problematic than it is to pop a few spot welds, throw the hinge plates in my blast cabinet, clean those off, and properly strip this area, seal, and epoxy paint. These things work great. My new favorite. No more wire wheel for this guy. These bristle discs, they're flexible. They can get into tight areas. For areas where I can't get in, I use these Scotch-Brite discs. So for example here, I can use the edge, get up underneath. You can get all different sizes and grits. They're not the cheapest things around, but work phenomenally well. Door structure stripped, rust damage repaired, metal treated. Very pleased. So what's left? I have to do a little creative fixing here. I want to restore these hacked out areas because I don't want this free to rattle around. This is what it's supposed to look like. This corner tied in before that split. Nothing here. So how do I recreate this? Well, if you look at the other door, there's a little more to go on. You see the extent of the two corners? I was able to make a carved template that fills in that void. Flip it around, mirror image. Now I know what that opening is supposed to look like, and I can fashion an oversized patch and shape it to fit. A project within a project. A lot of work to make it look new like this again. Very satisfying nonetheless, and we're only part way there. I got the other door still to go, but I'm ready to install the skin on this one once I weld the hinge plates back on. The key to the whole process, and the proof in the pudding, will be the fit that I can achieve when I install this door back on the car. Back in the day, products like Panel Bond didn't exist, and you may be tempted to use it now. What if I told you there's compelling reasons not to? Part 2 is going to show you why a traditional weld up is best. Till then, cheers.